Okay, Arielle Live TV with Richard Mendez in Los Angeles. So let's talk about the health and science again. So the stem cell, I know I'm trying to work with Habib now, the Embetrix. We have more people are creating stem cells, but I cannot work with them because they cannot give us the right price for them to be able to help people, and some of them are still careful because they said they don't want to lose their license, but it's already out there in public. What are they trying to, to protect? If everybody are using it, everybody are saying, okay, I have a stem cell, okay, I'm creating stem cell, this is my laboratory, what is the secret about it? Tell me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with that particular area, but I understand that what the thing is that the costs I think will eventually start coming down, and because of the labs and the way that they're processing, and I'm not really familiar exactly how they're processing.
Well, what
When
I
they,
heard is, I'm sorry to interrupt you there. What I heard is this umbilical cord, the newborn baby, or when the baby just come out in the stomach of the mommy, the umbilical cord. And as you said, also they have plasma, so that just like, you know, blood to blood from
yeah,
the
I mean,
baby.
that was one of the things that have been talking for quite some time concerning about plasma. See, because the plasma actually that surrounds the blood cells, the
Yeah.
plasma is what carries the blood cells through the entire body. Okay, so it's not the blood cell itself, it's the plasma that carries the stem cells, the telomerase, all the properties to begin to cause the cells to begin to heal.
Mm-hmm.
See, another issue that we haven't touched upon is called human growth hormone, HGH. That was originally started in the early 1900s when they called dwarfism.
Mm-hmm.
They were using that for young kids or women or men and children that were quite small and they wanted to grow taller, or they felt that they were too small, so they started using granular pituitary from the cadavers. But then they saw that there's possibly a risk of infection and diseases, so what they did was they synthesized it. They decided to come up with their own um, human growth hormone.
Mm-hmm.
And what they were able to do is they mirrored it. They made the same chain amino acid, which was 191 chain amino acid, which mirrored exactly what the body was producing. There was studies done by Dr. Daniel Ruttman out of London, who basically did a study on I can't remember how many, maybe about 1,000 people, and he from like 30 years old up to 80 years of age, he used what they called high frequency low dosage, or no, it was low frequency high dosage. Yeah, it was low frequency, meaning low frequency. He would do it like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and he would do it at a high dose. And everybody again showed marked improvements in a lot of the problems that they had, but then they started inheriting other problems like swelling, edema, joint pain. And so what he did is he backed off on the dose, and all those symptoms disappeared, and they still maintained good health. Well, there was another doctor, Dr.
Is
Edmund
this
Chan.
these are all doctor research that they're trying to, researching what can they do to the human being. You know what I mean? They're creating like the stem cells, and the
Oh
one that you're
yes,
talking about, that how this human being can grow taller or bigger, but
bigger, or to stay younger, or to
or
reverse
stay
your age.
younger, reverse their age. I
Yeah,
think I'm still scared using it. Either it's gonna go on the, the lower, what do you call that, pricing, because
mhm.
they still have to research if the baby are safe. Because what about if their parents have a HIV or disease, and then it goes to the baby? How are they gonna
Well,
find out?
yeah, a lot of that has already been researched prior to be able to get that. That's what they do before they use the fetal
Hard
tissue,
this
before they're
thing,
going to
yeah.
use the umbilical cord fluids. A lot of that is tested with the technology that's today. But I wouldn't be able to talk about that. All I know is that they have really done their studies on that and researched on that to make sure that when the quality that you get will be safe.
Well, also, since we're talking to health and science, the CBD oil through marijuana, I mean, they're also creating something that, you'll be look younger. I mean, I had this friend of mine, they're launching the oil that, your wrinkle will go away I did try it one time. They gave me one, but I didn't continue yet because I'm using the product that I have now that I'm about to launch. So hopefully that one can merge together. I know a lot of people are working how their skin gonna be look younger, from stem cells, from cream, from
When you
many.
begin to look at your, I'm sorry, but when you begin to look at your skin from the time that you're like, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, and our skins begins to change as we get into our 30s and 40s. And the reason for
I
that
know. I'm looking at myself. I don't know. How do I
Yeah.
look like, Scott?
it's because of the hypothalamus of the pituitary. The pituitary gland begins to slow down the production of IGF.
I'm asking my director how do I look like. He just smile at me.
Yeah, but no, that's what it is, though. See, if we have to look at it from a science base. That's where it starts at. And the reason being is that
Keep
as
talking.
we get older,
Yeah.
our body doesn't produce as much IGF-1, insulin growth factor, and therefore it doesn't produce enough telomerase. It's a enzyme that hits the cells and keeps the cells younger. And what it does is, in every cell we have chromosomes, and in those chromosomes at the top of them we have what they call telomeres. And those telomeres are sacrificed every time the cell divides up to about 50 times. Those telomeres, they lose a portion of that. And what keeps them young is when you're young like that, your your pituitary begins to secrete a high dose of IGF. And when it does that, HGH, it keeps those cells young, looking young forever. But as we get older, it slows down its production, so then those telomeres don't reproduce. So now the cells begin to age.
Sorry.
And when it does that,
Keep talking. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find because we have a lot of viewers right now, and I wanna keep talking. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, well, no, I'm just saying that what happens is when you have those telomeres begin to basically shorten, that's when the cell begins to age. Well, what they found out with using HGH, human growth hormone, by injecting it at a precise time, in the morning and nighttime, and possibly periodically during the day at a precise amount, it begins to create the telomeres the same way as it did when you were younger. So they've learned that they can right now reverse you internally, biologically, 10 to 27 years in age. Your organs, your liver, your kidney all begin to function normal again. And also your skin will begin thicker and your wrinkles will start to go away. Your bone density begins to improve, muscle density begins to improve.
So you mean you're talking about that the stem cell? It's really it's gonna happen now, but I know it's gonna happen now because it's working on it. Because Habib, the Invetrix, want to mention his company name and his name because he is doing well and he's helping a lot of people around the world. I mean, maybe I'm not gonna be afraid later on to use it. Maybe because I wanna really preserve my skin or my younger look. So, but then again, the product that I'm gonna have is also contains of making you look younger and making you look like a baby at least, and your wrinkle will go away. And also, it helps when you have a wound, you have cut or burns, or if you have a skin disease or you have eczema. It's actually work. It was amazing because when I cut my finger, I'm still like, cannot believe it myself alone. I cut it so deep and it's big and it healed right away. It doesn't take a long time. It like only 2 hours or 1 hour. The wound actually close it together. So
they're on the cutting edge today. I mean, it's going to revolutionize and change the way that we administer or heal people today. That's going to, when you see stem cells are going to be used in multi different areas, for healing people, for overall general health, and also, for like knees, elbows, and things like that, for eyesight, hearing, for all these things. It's going to go back because it's going to go back and repair the damage that has been done, either through chemical, through water, air, all these foods, diets, and things like these people trying that actually have caused some kind of destruction to your immune system.
All right, we don't have much time for the second segment. We're going to talk about sports on the third segment that we have. This is my second segment, Scott, right? Okay,
Yeah.
on the third segment, well, let's talk about the sports because we have incoming trade mission in the Philippines that will be October, and we are planning to bring a boxing there. And also, we're going to shout out the people who are watching Arielle Live TV. They're actually live on my Facebook right now and probably on all your social media. We'll be right back on the third segment.